and age.
So these days and age,
Hmm.
automatic.
In this current time frame, yes.
Yeah. So in this age and day, in this age nowadays. So nowadays, AI technology, artificial intelligence, this type of intelligence is really governing every aspects of our lives. We really depend on AI much more than in the past. So also with the high advanced technology from robots, there are many types of robots from Japan that they are being the servant to people. They are helping us clean the house. So they are really dominate our workforce these days. So it is really necessary to have a control over the robots rather than depend mostly on the machines. So we both should take very serious into um you know manipulate manipulate all the work of the robots rather than like mostly just rely on these types of robots.
Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. All right. Good. Now we're gonna try the other parts now. Now, let's see. Describe a good advertisement that you think is useful.
Well, I think personally a good advertisement should meet the people's need, and it should provide the consumers with the healthy and the good idea of living, not just caring about the benefits that the advertisement might might put out. So a good advertisement for me might be some billboards. It's they're about some healthy products, some organic products that help people take care of their skin or help people lose weight, something like that. Some herbal organic products that are coming from the nature, something like that. So a good presentation and also nice display is, I think, those are the important points contributing to the good advertisement.
Okay. Good. Good. All right. Let's see. Um, Describe a drawing or a painting that you like.
Okay, so my favorite painting that I particularly like is the one from uh the star of obviously it's the Vincent Goff painting. Yeah, so I don't remember exactly the name of it, but Vincent Goff is very popular among his abstract um, art type, I think. So Vincent Goff is definitely, maybe his painting I can remember is Starry Eyes. So yeah, that's type of art that I like. It's about a nature, the beautiful landscape, exotic, widening landscape that can depict the nature and the holy view and the holy vibe coming from of it.
Hmm. Okay. Good. Let's see. Describe a piece of good advice that you gave to someone.
All right. Could you please give me 2 minutes? Um,
Sure.
a piece of advice that I gave to someone. Is it a piece of something, an advice, right? The
Yeah, a
advice.
piece of good advice you gave to someone. Like,
Okay.
what was the person going through, and after hearing that person and empathizing with that person,
Mm-hmm.
what did you help that person, with?
I feel like the good advice that I did give to someone is the advice that I gave to myself. So a year ago, when I was definitely alone on my journey of seeking opportunities, I was completely by myself. So I was staring at the sky and I wonder, what was the next thing that I should do? But then I was also telling myself that you should feel enough, you know. Like at that time, I felt like being enough and feeling enough was probably the best thing that that helped me to govern my life at that time. Because
Right.
because might be there are times when I have jobs, there are times when I'm very happy, but I don't appreciate the things around me and I don't feel enough. So I tell myself that you should be enough, you should feel enough, you should be happy with what you have, and then lean on and trust on this, that you have more opportunities out of this. So yeah, being enough.
Okay. All right, good. Let's try one more.
Okay.
Now, describe a sports person you
Mhm.
admire.
Okay. So a sport person that I admire is that, as far as I can remember, there was a boxer in America that he was very popular in the time that there was war in Vietnam. So I would have to look up his name again, but I just don't remember his name. But he is a American black person that he was not willing to going boarding for Vietnamese war. So he was a boxer and he was competing with other competitors in the boxing ground. So he was the winner most of the games, but he still kept his head high, and also he make his statement that he did not support the Vietnamese War. And eventually he had to get imprisoned because of his statement, but he was not regretting for his statement. After all, he when he went back to real life, he continued to compete in boxing, but he still kept his head high, and he's very persistent and very kind and generous, that and make up his mind, and he was supporting peace, and he was supporting sport as well.
Okay, good, good. Now, yeah, I definitely like how you did that, how you reached in for the sports person that you admire, because I believe the person that you're talking about is named Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
definitely.
that's his name.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, let
Yeah,
me
I
just write
definitely
down
like that. Definitely like
Muhammad
that.
Ali.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Muhammad Ali. That
Mm-hmm.
is the person that you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, thank
All
you.
right, cool,
Uh-huh.
cool.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, out of these few bits of questions, um, yeah, I can tell that you are a very strong, what I can see. It's like taking a look at the band descriptors.
Okay, okay. Do you want me to share the description?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay, okay. Just wait. There is a description right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Now, what I can tell, I would say that you are definitely at a place where you can be like a very high six
Mm-hmm.
or a low seven. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you definitely have the possibility to be at a seven,
Mm-hmm.
honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we need to make sure that we get your talk time up a little more, as well as figure out ways to expand upon your speaking skills and vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't hear any loss of coherence. You definitely try to keep up with that.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Uh-huh. I'm just noting down your assessment. Sorry?
felt more familiar with that you didn't have any problems with. Which is why I feel that you would definitely be at a seven,
Mm-hmm.
maybe at an eight if we can help out with that fluency.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
all right. So basically, what I can tell is this: that if there's any type of question that you're going to be asked during,
Mm.
when you're speaking, try to make it as personal as possible.
Yeah.
Um, because you are familiar with things, on a personal level.
Yeah.
Try to make whatever question is as personal as possible, even when it comes to, I mean, something as weird as space science, or something or something that hits close to home like childcare.
Mm-hmm.
If we make the question as personal as possible, then being able to
Um,
explain them wouldn't be so hard.
so you mean that when I answer the question, I should be answer in my personal level, right?
Yeah, yes, because what
Uh-huh.
they're looking for is like that you're able to speak in length,
Uh-huh.
with a good coherency. And more
Yeah.
than likely, they would like for you to speak on a topic for more than 2 minutes, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh. So
Like
I,
they like the
I is it okay that is it okay with the time length that I have answered to your question? Is it 2 minutes already with each of the
yes,
answers?
a few. I would say a few of them did go to 2 minutes, a little beyond 2 minutes, and a
Mm-hmm.
few of them were like a little less. But that's
Oh,
okay. That's what
yeah,
we're
okay.
trying to work on, because from what I can tell,
Mm-hmm.
the questions that were a little more personal, that you feel more comfortable with, that you feel more relatable to, you were
Uh-huh.
able to explain more about those questions. Like, for example, if I
Okay.
can pull up the information again. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, the questions about the robots.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, you were able to answer that, fully with, good, with like good, with like little to no repetition, but your length was definitely a little low. However, when we're
Yeah.
talking about things like tea and coffee, and especially films and helping others, that was
Mm-hmm.
something that you were a little more comfortable with, and you were able
Yeah.
to speak a little further in length.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Mm-hmm.
so with that, I feel that if there is like a question that you're being asked, try to make that question as personal as possible. Like,
Yeah.
reach try to reach out for like personal examples of that you can use in that question, because they love to hear that you're making personal examples of a
Yeah.
question. That
Uh-huh.
not only gives them more things to work with, but
Yeah.
also extends your time,
Yeah.
extends your length, and gives them a good idea that you understand how to express yourself fully while using the English language. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that works off hand in hand.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
No one knows, or no one tells me that I should be extends my actual thought, because usually it's all academic. So I feel like I remember something somewhere, so I say it. So it does get better grades. But you're saying that I should be reach out personal example. So it's really good.
Yeah.
That's really, yeah, it amazed me.
Exactly. It'll make the question more relatable, and the person who is like testing you can relate to you a little more if you use
Yeah.
like, personal examples from your life of this one topic, like let's say for example, yeah, like the sports person you admire. I mean,
Yeah.
you didn't know his name at all, but thanks to
Mm-hmm.
you being able to explain everything that you know about this person
Yeah.
in length and in depth, I was
Mm-hmm.
able to understand fully who he was because
Mm-hmm.
this person, Muhammad Ali, touched you
Mm-hmm.
on such a level that you recognize
Mm-hmm.
his actions and that you were able to
Definitely.
speak on that fluently because
Mm-hmm.
he touched you like that in a way. So
Mm-hmm.
in that, you was able to speak way beyond 2 minutes, which was definitely impressive, even though you didn't know his name at all to begin with. And that's
Yeah.
something that these examiners will be looking for. And we need to
Yeah.
go ahead and try to develop that a little further.
Yeah. Wow. That's really true.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just note down
And,
every word.
yeah, exactly. And yes, and in trying to less the repetition, because yeah, of course we're not going to be able to understand how to explain ourselves more than once
Mm-hmm.
because repetition is going to be necessary because we don't know another way we can say this word or express
Mm-hmm.
this action or
Mm-hmm.
so what I definitely suggest is that you look up like words and phrases and try to find synonyms of those phrases or synonyms of those words
Yeah.
because there is more than one way to say one word, like there's more than one way to say a phrase, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah, so if you're able to include those phrases, include those
Mm-hmm.
words into your speaking,
Yeah.
you know, where
For
we can lessen the
example,
repetition as much as possible.
okay. For example, in my opinion, I can say it like in my view, I
Hmm.
feel,
Hmm.
right? In my view,
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
let
In my in my view, I feel. In my opinion, I believe. In my thoughts, I understand. You know, and we understand that you have a feeling that you want to express because you feel like this is true or you feel like this is false or however you're feeling what you're
uh-huh.
speaking.
Uh-huh.
So if you're able to like say like more than one way, like I believe I feel
Mm-hmm.
it's this way, or I have thoughts that this should be this way, or in my understanding I believe it should be this way.
In
So
my
there's so
understanding,
yeah,
I
in my
believe
understanding. Yep, there we go. In my understanding, I believe this is this way. You know,
this is
in
this
my
way.
thoughts, I feel that this should be that way.
Wow,
Like,
that's
let's try to find
amazing.
more. Yeah, let's
That's
try to
fun.
find more phrases and words that we can try to incorporate in our speaking. Because that also right there is what they do sort of pay attention to is like repetition of words. Even though it's like something that we can't break, no matter what we do, no matter what language that we're learning, we're still going to end up repeating the same words over and over again until we have an understanding of how to say them in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Until that happens, I suggest that you try to answer the question, but try to say something different than those phrases to
Yeah.
get used to trying to think on your feet when it comes to explaining a situation, a
Think,
phrase, or a certain type of feeling.
think on my feet.
Yes, yes.
Think.
Thinking on your feet means the same as thinking quickly, or
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Think quickly. I'm just write out
yeah.
everything you're saying.
Hmm.
No, I'm just gonna look up this word, this type of word. I'm just gonna
Okay.
go for it. Yeah. So because
No,
I want
good,
to
good.
get a good 7.5, it's a really high standard I want to get. But I feel like I want to get this. At least I want to get 7. It cannot because I
All right.
used to have 6.5 already. So after a while, it cannot be
Right.
just 7.5. 6.5. I need to have 7, like a strong 7.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Definitely. 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 All right. So yeah. So I suggest that we try to get you talking and speaking as much English as you possibly can.
mhm.
Um, do you ever have like meetups with other people that speak English or something like that?
Yeah, I do. I do, but right now I'm very quite busy doing the text, doing the, like writing and everything. So,
Right. Right. Of course. Of course.
so uh,
Okay.
I think if you have some time next week on this time on Thursday, so I will be also sending you the Zoom section. We will start over to see
Oh,
if
sure, definitely.
yeah, because I got the test on December, so I
Oh,
have some weeks ahead.
okay,
So
good. All right,
so
so
yeah,
so
awesome.
let's like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You go ahead.
So I would definitely like need you round up and your conclusion on my speaking, and after that I'm just going to be sending you some of my writing as well. So after that, like it would be so helpful of you to you know like see if I get some improvement, and after that you can score me as, oh, you're definitely like set of a 7, or you're definitely like a 7.5, something like that. I feel like I cannot get 7.5, but I always hope that I can get it because it's just a high score.
Yeah, yeah. Mm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that the 7.5, especially for new like new English speakers, is always like a really high, really high place to give. I mean, high place to get,
Yeah.
especially for young people. I mean,
Mhm.
they've been like learning English for like 6, 7 odd years, and then
Yeah.
able to get to a 7.5, maybe an 8. You know,
Mhm.
but yeah, I'll do the best I can to be able to help you
Yeah.
out with that. I
Yeah.
mean, if you have
Thank
your
you.
writing ready, yeah,
Uh-huh.
you have your writing ready,
Because
send to me whenever you can.
because the point is that I want to be a teacher that like able to help people to learn IELTS as well.
Mhm.
So I
Oh
have to
yeah,
have at least like a 7. I cannot get a 7.5, a 6.5. At least
gotcha, gotcha.
okay.
All right,
So all right, I see you then. Bye. See ya.
okay, I'll see you then.
See you
Bye.
then.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.